2003 Chevy Trailblazer. So we're pushing the end of November, and look at this. My inspection was up last month. So the problem is I got a service engine soon light. I have an idea what it is, but usually I use a code reader, a little $60 code reader. But I've been seeing all them advertisements, which I'm sure you have, about this scan tool. So I decided to buy one. I actually found it, I didn't use anybody's link. I found it on Amazon, and it was on sale. It was usually almost $500. It was on sale for $320, so I bought it. Got it last week. Now I'm going to get a chance to use it. Let's try it out on this. Already opened it. We'll try it out. See what's going on here. Make sure it's what I think it is. All right, so here it is. I just turned it on, so it's updating. But I think this is the best part of this here. I think this is called the VCI. Bluetooth. Plug this in. You can go in. You walk all around with this up to like 33 feet, I think it is. So let's plug this in while that's updating. Oh, gotta fix that fender. It's rubbing. What we at here? There it is. There you go. It's connected. See where we're at on the update. 58%. Okay. I'll come back when it's ready. All right, so here we go. Let's go into diagnostics. All right, let's go to Chevy. Cherry. I'm moving around here, huh? Chevrolet. Software update. No, I want to diagnose right now. All right, it's automatic. Turn on the ignition. All right, hit OK. Turn miscellaneous stuff off. All right, we're going to read the VIN. See if it'll do it automatic or if I got to manually put it in. There you go. It read it. Confirm. We're Trailblazer. 2-speed active or 1-speed active? I'm going to say 2. Because I don't know. Dual zone HVAC automatic. Okay. There it is. 2003 light duty Chevy truck. 4.2 inline 6. That's it. Confirm. All right. We want, I don't know if we want to do autos. Let's see. The question is, will it scan everything at one time that I can walk away? I guess that's what that is, auto scan. Let's try it, see what happens. Because I'd like to scan everything if it'll do it. Might have to do it one by one. Powertrain 12 faults. airbags are normal. I find that hard to believe. This was in a major accident. I'm pretty sure they didn't fix it right. It's got to reconstruct the title. The dealer rebuilt it. And you know the dealer's not putting any money into this. They're trying to make a profit. They're not going to be fixing airbags. 12 faults in the BCM. Let's see the powertrain. What's going on here? It won't let me read. It won't let me look at the faults. I guess it has to go through the scan first. All right, I'll come back. Actually, I need to read this code first. I need to find out why the service engine soon light's on so I can get this inspected. The other stuff shouldn't affect that. Automatic transfer case. Loss of serial communication. This all has to do with the transfer case. Yeah, that's a lot of different codes for transfer case. Mode switch circuit malfunction. Neutral indicator circuit malfunction. Everything's malfunctioning. I got a feeling it's okay, there we go. That's the one I'm looking for, the P0014. I figured it was that. Camshaft position system performance. Yeah, let's fix it. Let's fix it real quick. All right, so here it is. Variable valve timing solenoid. Looks pretty simple, right? There's just one bolt. There's one bolt there. Slide it out, clean it. Well, no. Hits the power steering pump. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this off. I'm going to take this off. I'm going to take this off because I'm going to do the throttle body too. It's good to do them both sometimes, you know. So let me get this all apart and then I'll come back. All right, so I removed the fan belt. I unplugged the variable valve timing solenoid right here. Unplugged it. I took the 3 bolts. There's 3 bolts that go through the holes of the pulley for the power steering pump. I got those out. You got to take them all the way out because you got to maneuver this in order to get this out. So right now it looks like it'll go, but I'm sure I'm going to have to maneuver it. So now there's one 10 millimeter left. See it right there in the middle? Take that 10 millimeter out. And because I moved this box out of there, that air box, I was able to use this DeWalt ratchet. I was able to go in right through here. And all 3 of them came right out, no problem. Last time I did it with that box on, and I couldn't get that in there, so I was playing around with a little stubby ratchet. Sometimes you're better off taking that off. All right, let's take the 10 millimeter out. I must have over-tightened that last time. That little guy, just a little 10 millimeter. All right, let's pull that solenoid out. Get it right out. So yeah, I see all the little trash in there. But I'm gonna be honest with you, I replaced this in 2018. So I just went and bought a new one. I'm just gonna replace it. I already cleaned this a bunch of times, you know what I mean? When I first replaced it, I got like 3 years before I started having the problem again. So I mean, it was $67. I'm just gonna replace it with a new one. So here we go, 67 bucks. Hopefully it goes in. Let me spray in there with some stuffies first, in case there's any fungus in there. We'll hit it up with some throttle body cleaner. Not too much. But I'm gonna need that for the throttle body, because the throttle body's looking pretty crusty over there too. All right, let's see if this bad boy will fit in there. Because I saw somebody crying in the reviews that it wouldn't fit. Looks like it fits. If it fits, it ships. So this one's on an angle. It's all right. It is what it is. As long as I can get the plug on there. The other one, the plug was straight up. Let's put the bolt back in. I'll tighten that down with a ratchet. I'm not gonna go crazy this time. It's probably 89 inch-pounds. All right, let's plug it back in. All right, that's that. Now the throttle body. Nope, throttle body's looking nasty. That's looking better. We'll give that a shot. All right, we're all back together. Now I gotta fire this thing up. Let's fire it up. Fire in the hole. Yep, because I sprayed the throttle body. So usually I would do this when I do an oil change, but this isn't due for an oil change yet. See where we're at. Wrong button. Oil life is still 61%. So I won't change it yet. But hopefully I'm good. The service engine soon light is off. So I'm gonna drive this for a while, and then maybe we'll scan it again later. But I gotta go to a couple of places, so put some miles on it and see what happens. All right, before we go on my mission, let's try to fire it up again. Fire it up nice. So I reset the trip meter because I want to see how many miles I put in. Look at the miles I got. 281,998. It's almost 300,000 on this thing. So I reset trip A and trip B to 0. So when I do the scanner later, I'll be able to see how long it took, you know what I mean, how many miles I put on it today. And I did reset the codes. I erased the codes. I did that because I drive this every day, and I own that scan tool now, so I want to make sure that's not from something funky I did before by changing batteries and stuff. You know, different stuff happens, and I had no way of you know, testing out different things. Like, you know, when you disconnect the battery on this, a lot of things go wrong with the idle, with the blend mode doors on the AC. All that stuff starts acting up. So there was a bunch of codes in there for that. So I reset them because I want to see what happens. So I'll put some miles on it and we'll see. But that's why the service engine soon lights out. I forgot to say that earlier because I reset them. But, you know, if it's still a problem, that'll come right on. All right, I had to run some errands. I'm back. Let's see what we got here. Let's look at the trip. All right, so I was able to put 32 miles. Trip A, trip B, 32 miles. All right, let's hook the scan. I'll hook the scan tool back up, and we'll see what we got. See if we got anything. But I got to be honest with you, man. This thing's running like a brand new car. Apparently, that's a big problem, that variable valve timing solenoid. You know, you start having drivability issues, you know, all kinds of stuff. And another thing, I didn't notice the fan clutch ticking. Apparently, that might have something to do with the fan clutch ticking. So, you know, because that has to do with idle. Probably has to do with, you know, obviously it has to do with timing. It has to do with a lot of things, you know. So, it's a very important piece. I'm glad I replaced it because, man, this thing is running great. Let's hook the scan tool up and see what that says. All right, so I got the Blazer pulled up again. Let's scan the powertrain, see what we got. No fault codes detected. So the questions was 32 miles enough? I think it was. I don't know. I seem to think, you know, I used to drive cars for a friend of mine. You know, he had a used car dealership. And after they would get fixed, he'd have me drive them. I can't remember if it was 30 or 60 miles. But if there was something serious, it would have came up. You know, usually it comes up right away. So apparently that fixed my problem. I got other problems with this. That's the whole reason why I bought this one. You know, they have two other ones there, 100 and something for the one. I think it was like 200 for the other. But I wanted this one for the Bluetooth because some of the problems I'm having, I need to get out of the car with this to activate and try to find out. Like these power windows here. I'm having a problem with the driver power window. It goes down, but then it won't go up. So I need to figure this out, you know what I mean, on the outside of the car. I already checked stuff on the inside. And the switch, I thought the switch itself was bad, but when I hit the window up on the switch, I can hear a little relay clicking inside the switch itself. But I'm thinking there's another relay somewhere else and probably in the engine compartment. So you can actually roll the windows up and down from the scan tool. So I'm hoping I'll be able to use this for that. And there's some other things too. But let's fire it up, see if we hear the ticking fan clutch. me open the door too. All right, so everything's off right now. Usually it'll tick when the compressor's running for the AC or even the heat, because apparently the heat runs the compressor too. No matter what mode you use in here, runs the compressor. Oh, this won't stay now, but we don't really need it right now, I guess. Let me turn the AC on and see what we got. All right, I just heard the compressor kick on. And usually I would have got a tick, just one tick. And I got nothing. And then it might go tick, tick. And then it'll do tick, 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 tick. Like it's a club beat from back in the 90s or something. You know what I mean? But there's nothing. Oh, there it is. I spoke too soon. There it is. So we do still have the ticking. It's just not as loud as it used to be. Shut that back fan off. I don't know if you could hear it the first time. Yeah, so I still got that problem. But this here will allow me to up the idle too. And you know, one day when I have a chance, I want to do it outside in the sun. Maybe I'll do a video with that ticking and me turning the idle up. See if turning the idle up just a little bit will stop the ticking. But I don't know. I think this video is probably too long, so I'm gonna stop this one here. I just wanted to show this thing, see if it could help me. I mean, I still could have done it with just that $60 code reader too, because it would have told me that, and I already know what that is because I've been dealing with it. But like I said, when I changed it before, it lasted 3 years before I had a problem. So if this lasts me 3 years before I got to clean it, mess with it again, I'll just buy another one for $67. I mean, that ain't bad.